Bondi's salary and net worth as of 2024. With a net worth of $3 million in 2024, Pam Bondi is a well-known American lawyer and Florida's first female attorney general, 2011 to 2019. She makes a lot of money as the chair of the America First Policy Institute, a partner at Ballard Partners, and the expected $221,000 per year she will receive as Trump's nominee for U.S. Attorney General. But wait, who is she? Pamela Jo Bondi is an American politician, lawyer, and lobbyist. The first woman elected to the position was a Republican who served as Florida's Attorney General from 2011 to 2019. Bondi served as one of President Donald Trump's defense attorneys during his initial impeachment trial in 2020. By 2024, she was in charge of the America First Policy Institute's legal division, which was affiliated with Trump. Following the withdrawal of former contender Matt Gaetz, President-elect Trump declared on November 21, 2024, that she will be nominated for the position of United States Attorney General. Childhood and schooling. Florida's Temple Terrace is Bondi's hometown. Her father, Joseph Bondi, served on Temple Terrace's municipal council before becoming mayor. She graduated from Tampa's Siege Leon King High School. In 1987, Bondi graduated from the University of Florida with a Bachelor of Arts majoring in criminal justice. In 1990, she earned a Juris Doctor from Stetson University College of Law. During her college studies, she belonged to the Delta sorority. On June 24, 1991, Bondi was admitted to the Florida bar. In her early career, Bondi served as an assistant state attorney in Hillsborough County, Florida, where she also served as a prosecutor and spokesperson. Bondi left this job to run for Florida's Attorney General position. She has served as a guest host for Fox News and appeared on Scarborough Country with Joe Scarborough and other cable news shows on MSNBC. In 2006, Bondi brought charges against former Major League Baseball star Dwight Gooden for substance addiction and probation violations. Bondi also brought charges against the accused in the 2007 murder of Martin Anderson. Attorney General of Florida elections in 2010, Bondi entered the race for Florida Attorney General, competing in the Republican primary against Lieutenant Governor Jeff Kottkamp and former state legislator Holly Benson. Notably, Bondi had the backing of former Alaska Governor Sarah Palin in a highly competitive field. According to the Palm Beach Post, her media savvy, which includes frequent appearances on Fox News and her prominent affiliation with Sean Hannity, was responsible for her spike in support during the primary. According to Mason-Dixon's August 2010 polling, she was ahead of Benson and Kottkamp in the primary. In the end, she received 37.89% of the vote, winning the primary. In the general election, she ran against Dan Gelber, a Democrat and former prosecutor who served in the state Senate for 10 years. In the end, she easily defeated Gelber to become the first female attorney general of the state. With 55% of the vote, Bondi was re-elected in November 2014. George Sheldon, the former acting commissioner of the Administration for Children and Families, who was her Democratic opponent, won 42%. Duration. In Florida, et al. v. United States Department of Health and Human Services, Bondi served as the lead attorney general in an unsuccessful attempt to repeal the Patient Protection and Affordable Care Act, also referred to as Obamacare. The state of Florida and 26 other states claimed in the case that the ACA's mandate clause was unconstitutional. During her speech at the Republican National Convention in 2016, Bondi led cries of "Lock her up" at Democratic nominee Hillary Clinton. To remove the Affordable Care Act's prohibitions on health insurance companies raising premiums or refusing coverage to individuals with pre-existing diseases, Bondi joined 19 other Republican-led states in a lawsuit in 2018. Bondi represented the state in opposition to same-sex marriage and other LGBTQ rights concerns. In an interview with CNN reporter Anderson Cooper after the June 2016 Orlando nightclub shooting, Bondi stated that her sympathy for the LGBT community was inconsistent with her prior behavior. According to Bondi, Cooper was either mistaken or not telling the truth, and Bondi charged Cooper with inciting anger and hate. While still Florida Attorney General in August 2018, Bondi appeared on Sean Hannity's Fox News show and co-hosted The Five on Fox News for 3 consecutive days. Although a Florida Commission on Ethics spokeswoman told the Tampa Bay Times that the commission had not made a decision and that the commission's general counsel had not decided whether or not Bondi's appearance as a host violated the Florida Code of Ethics, Fox News claimed that the commission had approved Bondi's appearance on the show. It was deemed unprecedented by the Tampa Bay Times for an elected figure to host a television program while in office. Fundraising disputes. Since 2010, There has been criticism over Bondi's affiliation with Scientology and the numerous fundraisers that affluent Scientologists have planned for Bondi's political campaigns. Bondi has used the group's desire to support her in her fight against human trafficking as an excuse for those interactions and her remarks before senior Scientologists. Bondi also forced the resignation of 2 lawyers working for Florida's Economic Crime Division in 2011 who were looking into the rob signing incident at Lender Processing Services, a financial services firm that is now known as Black Knight. Although she denied any quid pro quo, Bondi accepted campaign money from Lender Processing Services following the resignations. Bondi convinced Governor Rick Scott to postpone an execution in 2013 because it was scheduled to coincide with a fundraising event. Bondi expressed regret for rescheduling the execution date after media inquiries. A gift from Trump to Bondi PAC. Bondi was also criticized in 2013 after Donald Trump donated to his campaign. Bondi had received at least 22 fraud complaints about Trump University before the gift. According to a Bondi spokesperson, her agency is thinking of joining a case that New York Attorney General Eric Schneiderman started about possible tax fraud charges against Trump. 4 days later, the Donald J. Trump Foundation donated $25,000 to Injustice for All, a political action committee that Bondi had founded to help her win re-election. Bondi subsequently declined to join the lawsuit against Trump University. Both Bondi and Trump defended the propriety of the donation. The Trump Foundation said the donation was made in error and intended to go to Bondi's unrelated Kansas nonprofit Justice for All in 2016 after Citizens for Responsibility and Ethics in Washington, CREW, filed a complaint about it with the Internal Revenue Service. Bondi had asked Trump for the donation directly a few weeks before her office announced it was thinking of joining the lawsuit. Bondi, who claimed to have been acquainted with Trump for a long time, endorsed him in the 2016 Florida Republican presidential primary on March 14, 2016. A representative for Governor Rick Scott said the state's Ethics Commission was investigating the situation in June 2016. Trump was required to pay a fine by the IRS in September 2016 after it found that the donation to Bondi's PAC was illegal due to statutes prohibiting political contributions from nonprofit entities. Additionally, Trump had to pay back the charity the money that had been given to Bondi. Bondi and her PAC did not face criminal charges or fines. A New York state court ordered Trump to shut down the foundation and pay $2 million in damages in November 2019 for misusing it, including by giving Bondi an unlawful donation. The Daily Beast revealed in 2021 that it had acquired documents on Trump's unlawful gift to Bondi, demonstrating that Trump's group was aware that the funds were going to a Florida political action committee instead of a nonprofit in Kansas. The documents contain an August 2013 email sent by Deborah Ramsey Alexander, Bondi's campaign finance director, to Rona Graff, Trump's executive assistant, identifying the PAC as an electioneering communications organization and expressing gratitude for the promised $25,000 donation and meeting. These records were described as a smoking gun by a CREW spokeswoman, implying that the accusations were accurate. Private life. Following her last tenure as Florida's Attorney General, Bondi joined Trump-affiliated Ballard Partners in 2019 and started serving as a registered foreign agent for the Qatari government. Given their unique government employee status, Bondi was able to work for the government and lobby the Arab lobby at the same time when she was hired by the first Trump administration in November 2019 to assist the White House during Trump's initial impeachment hearings. The next month, her stance was defined as to attack the process of the impeachment investigation. Bondi was added to Trump's defense team for the Senate impeachment hearing on January 17, 2020. Due to Hunter Biden's role on the board of Burisma Holdings, Bondi claimed during the impeachment trial that former Vice President Joe Biden and his son were complicit in wrongdoing in Ukraine. Additionally, it was disclosed that during Bondi's tenure as Florida Attorney General in 2018 and after her departure in 2019, she met multiple times with Lev Parnas, a businessman who has strong connections to Rudy Giuliani and Ukraine. Parnas was detained and charged in 2019 with unlawfully transferring foreign funds from Russians and Ukrainians to Republican lawmakers, especially in Florida, where he resided. Bondi gave a speech at the 2020 Republican National Convention endorsing Trump. Bondi backed Trump's allegations of widespread voter fraud in Georgia, Pennsylvania, and Wisconsin during the 2020 U.S. presidential election ballot count. When Bondi appeared on Fox News on November 5, 2020, host Steve Doocy pressed her to back up her allegations of fraud, but she declined. Even though Pennsylvania votes were still being tabulated, Bondi subsequently said that Trump had won the state, with Joe Biden emerging victorious. In the subsequent lame duck session, Trump named Bondi to the John F. Kennedy Center for the Performing Arts Board of Trustees. According to the Palm Beach Post, the appointment was a thank you for her devotion to Trump. By 2024, Bondi was in charge of the legal division of the nonprofit America First Policy Institute, which was affiliated with Trump and developed plans for a possible second Trump administration. In the run-up to the 2024 presidential election, she tried to file vote complaints in battleground states. Nomination of the U.S. Attorney General. President-elect Trump declared on November 21, 2024, that she would be nominated for the U.S. Attorney General post following Matt Gaetz's withdrawal. Personal life. Bondi and Garrett Barnes were married for 22 months before divorcing in 1990. Bondi and Scott Fitzgerald were wed in 1996 and divorced in 2002. Greg Henderson was her fiancé in 2012. That's it about Pam. If you liked the video, share it with your family and friends, like and comment. See you in the next one.